Speaking after me, we have this gentleman, Matthias. So, with over 25 years of global leadership experiences across luxurious brands like Porsche, Jaguar, BMW, Audi, Ferrari, and McLaren, Matthias have a proven track record of driving business success through innovative, customer-centric strategies, transformative leaderships, and operational excellence across Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. We've experienced leading initiatives in over 20 countries, managing teams of more than 200 people and training more than 20,000 staff and students. Matthias understands what it takes to thrive in an international context. As an affiliate faculty member of SMU Academy and guest lecturer at leading institutions like EHL Hospitality Business School and ASICS Business School, Matthias combined academic insight with real world expertise to create impactful learning experiences. Matthias' teaching spans diverse audiences from undergraduates to executive, enriching his ability to tailor content effectively. His approach blends engaging storytelling with actionable strategies, equipping participants with tools to drive measurable success in leadership, sales, and customer engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthias.
Thank you so much, Annie, for the kind introduction, and thank you here for joining me today. I'm Matthias, and I help teams to turn luxury thinking into everyday performance. So for practical skills, for clear processes, and measurable results. And today, in these 15 minutes, I want to share with you how the mindset and methods behind some of the leading luxury brands lift sales, service, and leadership training to make it very tangible for luxury brands and any other brand and organization as well. So Annie summed up already most of it, just in a nutshell again about my background. So I'm a true practitioner when it comes to really having worked in sales, marketing, network development, and retail innovation. I'm German, Singapore PR. So for over 20 years, I've been working across a lot of different management roles in global headquarters, regional headquarters, as well as in retail in a lot of different markets. For the last 15 years now, I've been focusing and living in Asia, and therefore know quite well the different cultures, market intricacies, as well as demographics of different audiences and target groups, whether it's on the client side or it's internally for the ones who have to be either trained, consulted, or are educated by all means. So my focus is very much just to bring together what I've learned in real life, so to say, in the real market environments with different kind of brands. In the last years, I've been focusing largely on the premium and the luxury segments. However, as you can see on the next slide, there have been a lot of other brands as well. So when you see here in terms of expertise and references, so my work extends far beyond automotive. While this has been my background for more than 20 years in automotive, but now more recently, I have partnered with Leica on Leica camera, on retail storytelling with EssilorLuxottica, the brand where most of the sunglasses and glasses are coming from, on premium sales and client experience, and with Hilton Group on service excellence and leadership development. So this again is all about luxury thinking, and in a minute we go into this, what it actually means and how it is applicable for other brands. Because it's a performance philosophy and a way to translate high standards in attention to detail, emotional connection into tangible business results. Because whether from a learning development perspective or any business perspective, bottom line, it's always to have tangible results. So as you can see on the top right, these are all brands I've been working with in the past or currently working with right now. And at the bottom, you see the organizations or training institutions I'm working with. And on the left-hand side, you see my current Skills Future Masterclasses, which I run at SMU Academy. These are all focusing in and around either sales or marketing or customer centricity. So the next class is coming up next week. These are open courses, open classes for everyone to attend. And of course, for Singapore audience, especially for the ones 40 plus, extremely attractive due to the Skills Future funding. And the other classes are coming next year. So this is something which is always ongoing. On top, I'm also ACLP 2.0 certified, so I know quite well the requirements in the current and upcoming training environment in Singapore. So what I've done is basically from a luxury thinking perspective, here again, this is more philosophy. This is not about your like expensive brands or products. It's more about the standards, the attention, and then you could say basically to learn from the best, to learn from a higher standard, from a higher level, to use luxury as a benchmark for service excellence and to use the same principles, empathy, anticipation, and precision to really everyday other brands. So therefore very applicable for mainstream brands, premium brands, and luxury brands across different segments. So what I have developed is a couple of frameworks and tools to make it very tangible and very user-friendly. So something that will be always introduced in the trainings, as well as then can be used as well as a guidance for any other kind of internal trainings, internal coachings as well going forward. I used very easy to remember words or acronyms for this. Pearl as being precious, as being rare, as being something special. And this is something where you basically bring the required soft and hard skills together. Soft skills and hard skills that you both need in a world where right now it's more and more about digitalization and AI. However, the human contacts are becoming increasingly more important in the few moments where we do have a human contact. So therefore, the product expertise, of course, is something, the brand expertise is something that we still require, no matter what, especially when we're customer facing. Then the more softer skills like empathy, adaptability, and relationship building are becoming more important across demographics. And then finally, of course, we need to have the commercial closure. So we need to have the transformation and as well the conversion, which basically is then the leverage. All my frameworks, all my tools, they work together as well as individually. And these are always parts of trainings, whether these are individual trainings for audiences, and as well then guidance and work templates for the teams internally to work with. So a few other of my frameworks and tools are, as my company's name gives it maybe away, LUXE Link. So therefore the other frameworks I have is LUXE, because what you need to have a structured system to align skills, processes, and teamwork to have really excellent results. So LUXE ensures processes and operational excellence. This goes all the way from lead generation, top of funnel, to customer journey design, to have this fully aligned. Then Link builds collaboration and knowledge sharing across teams, whether this is sales, marketing, after sales, customer care, and anything else. So these are the three frameworks: Pearl, LUXE, and Link. And then the 360 mapping tool, it's the client mapping tool, but you see faintly in the background as well. This helps leaders, trainers, everyone internally to understand the clients at every stage. So therefore, it's really to create a measurable process and progress in conversion, in loyalty, and team alignment. While we are focusing very much on the constant progress here, we always have a very, very clear operational and commercial target and goal, so that everyone individually as well as a team gets developed in the direction that is required. Which brings us as well then to the next part, which is the outcomes. So every program, whether it's a short masterclass or a full corporate training, focuses on outcomes. So therefore, different opportunities here is whether it's a more like a brain teaser in the way of or inspirational talk, or whether it's something like that you could consider like a personal training in the gym, where you usually have a transformation program over 12, 16, or 18 weeks. So where you just in the beginning have the training for the different audiences, for the different roles in your team. And then over time, you just like keep monitoring this, see the progress, apply the tools to really sharpen it in a way that it becomes a habit. Because this is what I've found over the last 20 years, whenever it comes to retail sales excellence, working with people, working with teams, working with tools, and integrating processes which are new, you need to achieve a habit at the end of the day for everyone involved, whether it's bottom up or top down. So therefore, having a longer form program as well is always highly recommended. However, you need to start somewhere. So therefore, there are different opportunities, of course, to engage. Very clearly, outcomes, this is always what we want to have. It is about a better client engagement, client satisfaction, improved conversion and retention, depending on the business you're in, stronger team alignment and confidence, and a data-driven service excellence. So whether you work in retail, whether you work in finance, in hospitality, or any other kind of business, so these are all very applicable across industries. And so the outcomes, to simplify it, is better sales, stronger service, and more confident teams and individuals, because the processes are becoming clearer as well. The individual role, capacity, and basically the tasks are becoming much clearer. And the clearer it becomes, the easier it is then as well for the individual. So ways to work together on luxury thinking, because here again, it is a philosophy to implement and to always assess and reassess what is working well and what needs to be improved. So you could see it as well a bit like a continuous improvement process, because once it's good and once it has improved, there's always as well a way to continuously improve and to sharpen this. So from this perspective, what we want to have as well is that we have the opportunity then to really focus on the transformation. So we are looking into it from a luxury thinking perspective. Is really always focusing on the end result. As you can see in the background, this was an introduction session where we had the LUXE framework being introduced. This was about a year ago. So therefore, this is something that is always part of the programs. Working together, there are different opportunities. On the right-hand side, you see different kind of formats. They're all from the last 4 weeks. So 4 or 5 weeks. So on the top, it's one of the master classes at SMU that I've been running. And so this was a September one. We had one in October. Then again, we have one next week in November. On the bottom right, it's me on a panel during Tech Week, and on the left side, it's me as a keynote speaker on retail excellence and customer experience in the premium setting, which was on October 1st. So there are very different ways just to work together. It can be straightforward corporate training, seeing what you need and basically bring something where we can hit the road running. Because I've been working across so many different kind of industries and markets, I understand quite well the retail reality, as I call it. And so therefore, just to really focus on something that works beyond dogmatism and to make things work for the individuals or for the team. So the other thing is just like having a lunch and learn session, which can be a complimentary 1-hour session for your business team, for your managers or L&D team. And of course, the very easiest way is without any preparation required to send individuals or entire teams into any of the Skills Future Masterclasses. You can find all the information either directly on the SMU website or on my website. And of course, I'm happy to share any details that are required further. So with that, I'm glad to share my contact details as well. I'm looking forward to get in touch through LinkedIn, through my website, where you see a bit more about all the different services I have. And I'm looking forward to meeting you again on the other side, so in person, and have a meaningful conversation. Thank you very much.